Today on the Riff, the DLT sit down and discuss how a no could be your best yes. We hope today is helpful. Thanks for listening.
Riff, we are back. By we, I mean John, Jen, myself. It's so good to see you guys.
Good morning.
Well, okay, so good morning. I mean, we're recording this in the morning, but if you're listening to this at night, that may...
Good evening.
There you go. Good afternoon.
We've got you covered.
Yeah.
And I think we could even shorten the intro. 3J. I don't know.
J cubed.
Triple J.
Oh.
I like that. I like that.
I was just recently in a group text with all of you and a few other J's, and I was like, there are a lot of J's on staff.
There are a lot of J's.
True.
The last time I cubed something, I don't even know.
Is it ham?
I hate ham.
I do too, actually.
Okay, listen. We're not going to do a long intro. That's not what we do here.
No.
That's not. We're going to get right into it, okay? We're going to get right into it.
I heard that we're going to make Jen cry today.
She said this. I don't think I'm going to cry today, which means...
I'll probably cry today.
Yeah, that's like me saying, I don't think I'm going to laugh like an old man today. Chances are high that I'm going to do that. Chances are high. But we are going to walk through just changes.
Yep.
Right? So we're going to walk through. I mean, last week we were able to talk about going into the storm, facing the change head on. And now we're going to talk about just changes as a whole. Changes. We've had changes within North Point. But Jen, you had a post that Martz found, and then he sent it over and said, I think we talk about this because it was so well written.
I think I cried a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah. I was kind of getting teared up, and I was like, nope, stop reading.
Just get halfway through. Yeah.
Well, it was a great post, and we want to walk through that. We want to walk through your perspective on change because I think it's very helpful for a lot of people to listen to it, to read that post. So that's what we're talking about today.
Okay.
And I can't wait to see who does and doesn't cry. I love it. I'm going to give myself a 50-50 shot.
I'm kind of a sympathy crier. So it's
Are you?
Also with throw up, it's the same thing. So if someone else throws up, I throw up. If someone else cries, I'm like, I think I might cry too.
I definitely do. Jody has that effect on me. If Jody cries, I cry.
I don't
have the throw up thing. I do have the cry thing though. Somebody or yawning. Someone yawns, I yawn.
That's scientific. Yeah.
You throw up if someone else throws up?
100%. Are you kidding me? I start to think about the smell, and I start to look at them like, are there? And I can't not look. Are there like chunks in there, or is it like just all liquid? It's never all liquid. Never. Unless it's like your third time throwing up, then it's all liquid.
The worst.
Right?
So Mel doesn't actually want your help when the kids are sick. It makes it worse.
Yeah, no, I couldn't handle that. No, I throw up.
The game
I can
play?
handle the other
Is that
two.
the game you play? You're
I
like,
can-
Mel, I can't. You know, you know it. I can't.
Okay, here's the deal.
Mel.
I can't handle the throw up, and we've had that conversation. But also, I will say this: Mel is she's a good caretaker for our kids. Not a great caretaker for me when I'm sick. Okay, she is very unsympathetic whenever I am sick. She's kind of like, I think you
Here's
did
the
this to
deal.
yourself.
But are you like a horrible patient?
I don't think I am. I think I'm a great patient.
That means yes.
I think-
Let's bring Mel on.
Because here's what I asked. I'm like, can you go get me some water? And she's like, fine. You know?
I've never seen her roll her eyes.
I have never. That was not. That, was
That
not,
doesn't
no.
even sound like Mel.
Now, maybe I asked for more than water.
Yeah.
And
Maybe you did.
There is a strong possibility that she's like, hey, I don't want to get sick, so let me close the door. And I'm the opposite. I'm like, hey, what do you need? I don't mind. I just assume I'm going to get sick if you're also sick. Like, I just embrace it. So I charge the storm, some people would say, when there's a sickness going on.
I'm going to say you're the same as me. That's what I'm going to say. Because I think I'm a great patient,
Strong?
but I know that I'm not.
Oh, well.
Last time I was sick, Jamie, I'm like, I got to have Sprite. Okay, I want Sprite. I
Obviously.
never drink soda but for some reason.
Well,
the bubblies, they
and
feel
it's-
so good
and
on my
it's
throat.
sweet.
It's so sweet.
It's sugar.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, babe, yeah, Sprite. Orange Gatorade, gotta have orange Gatorade or lemon lime, either one. Those three, I need them all three on the table.
Cold.
She brings them. She puts a straw in it, and I kid you not, I look over and I'm like, stop. I need a bendy straw.
My arms are too weak to lift it up.
So it's that kind. Do you remember when I said we're not going to do an intro?
Yeah, that was it.
No, I lied. We're doing an intro. It looks like it. We're at 5 minutes. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about change.
Okay.
Jen, I want you to talk about the post that the Facebook? Is that what that was on?
The book
Facebook.
face.
Yeah. Tell us what that was. What's going on right now?
So yesterday, I dropped Caitlin off at college. And for those of you that don't know me, I have an 18-year-old, almost 19, and she went to college yesterday. So Sunday we moved her to Kansas City. She's going to attend Rockhurst. And so she's a hawk. Is that the noise they make?
Yeah, I think that's.
Is that okay? I grew up in Kansas City. Rockhurst was an all boys school, but is this an all girls college?
No, co-ed. Co-ed
Must be a different Rockhurst.
Yeah,
must be.
Wow.
Must be. There maybe it was at one time, and then now is no longer.
I think there was a girls one and there was a guys one. So I'm saying, but they were split.
I don't know.
Even the dorms were co-ed when we were moving her in.
Well,
so
different Rockhurst.
Different Rockhurst. So she's running cross country, indoor track, and outdoor track. So we're cross country season right now. And so yesterday I made a post about just the transition, right? And about a year ago, I stepped back from a role at Keller Williams International. So I was the vice president of MAPS coaching. MAPS stands for Mega Agent Productivity Systems.
Mega?
That's what it stands for.
Interesting. I think they just added the
that.
M so that they could make it an acronym.
Mega.
I did not know that.
So it's the coaching arm of Keller Williams, and so it's a big role. It's within the company, and it is something that it's like you're like the pinnacle, right? Or you think it's going to be the pinnacle. And so a little over a year ago, I looked up, and I was like, I'm missing it at home. And so I made a post yesterday about just kind of that chase, the grind, right? When you're working towards something and you're working and you're working and you're working, and all of a sudden you look up and you're like, what am I working towards? I keep moving the measuring stick. I keep moving the goalpost, right? I'm chasing these goals, and at some point you look up and you're like, I don't know what's enough. And so about a year ago, I looked up and I had a conversation with my then boss, Gary Keller, and I said, we talk about, show me your calendar and I'll show you your priorities. And I am someone that's talked a lot about that my priorities are God, family, and then business. And that is not the order that things were showing up on my calendar. And so a year ago, I stepped out of the VP role at MAPS and I took a summer off, my very first summer as an adult, to be off. And then...
Did you go to like any camps or anything?
I went to a lot of water parks.
I knew it.
We take summers off every summer here at North Point.
That's right.
That's awesome.
We haven't this year. I don't feel like we have this
like
year.
it was a summer off.
No, we had really high attendance this summer. I feel like everyone was plugged in. And so, but the idea was I'm going to slow down for a season and I'm going to have a space. I'm going to have space to enjoy my kids, to enjoy my friends again, I got plugged in at North Point. I started here last September. And so yesterday was kind of the acknowledgement of, we made it. I got Caitlin where she needed to be. I got to enjoy that last year of her being at home, and so thankful, so grateful for the opportunity to do that, right? And so excited for what's to come.
Okay, so I know that you sat down and you looked at your calendar, but what was the catalyst? Like, do you remember like a moment where you were like, huh? Do you remember that?
Yes.
What was that?
It's funny that we talked about being sick. I'm never sick. And I got really sick in November. So I actually resigned in the November before I was done in June. So I gave a 6-month notice of we've got to find someone. It's a big role, right? We've got to find the right person to take over. Because it's important to me. MAPS changed my life. Keller Williams changed my life. And so to be a good steward of the role, I needed to give enough time. The catalyst, though, there was a federal court case that this is I'm not going to go down the tangent of it. There's a federal court case that I was called as an expert witness.
I don't.
This should be a book.
You say let's not go down that road, but
legally you can't go down that road?
No, I can go down the road.
I'm very fascinated.
Just keep going because I think we got another episode
yes,
in this.
Please.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so there's a federal court case and it's all around buyer agent commissions and how buyer agents make money. And for a long period of time, I was the number one buyer agent in the company for KW. And the court case was in Missouri. And so a class action lawsuit started in Missouri, and I got called for KW as the expert witness. And I was doing a lot of trial prep. I was driving back and forth to Kansas City a lot. I was doing my full-time role, which was probably 75 to 80 hours a week. And I've got 2 really active kids, and I'm a single mom. And so I'm like really stretched thin. And so the catalyst was some of our Nixa North Pointers, Jason and Liz Massengale, they run a 5K for Veterans Day. And I go to run the 5K, and Liz looks at me and she was like, "Are you okay?" Because I had a terrible cough and I'm slightly feverish. And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I'm fine. I run it. I get home, I lay down on the couch, and I don't think I got up for 4 days. Like, I think it was my body's way of saying this is enough. And somewhere in there, I had this moment of, I don't want my kids to remember their childhood that I was tired all the time. I had lost the season of play. I wasn't that fun anymore. I was either at work or I was watching them compete at something, but there wasn't space for play. There wasn't space to play catch with Cooper. There wasn't space to go on a run with Caitlin. It's hard to run with Caitlin. If she ever asks you, just say no. She's fast.
You drive a car behind as she runs.
Yeah,
right?
and then throw stuff at her, like snacks and drinks and stuff. But that was the catalyst. Is I was on my couch and I thought, my kids are going to look back at this season of life and be like, she was at everything, but she wasn't any fun to be around. And so that week was the catalyst. And it was coming off of a really stressful season and looking up and saying, my calendar does not match who I said I am, who I want to be as a parent. I was losing other relationships, right? Like I wasn't spending time with my parents. I wasn't spending time with my siblings. I wasn't spending time with Dan. And all of a sudden it's this spiral. And I thought, I gotta tap out.
Okay, so I think so many people probably fall into a category of that, of realizing, oh my word. But for some reason, they don't make the change and they just fall back in. And then there's another moment where like, oh my word, how did you actually make the shift? Like practically.
Practically, I talk to people that are important to me. I talk to mentors, right? I talk to coaches. I talked to my parents. I brought in people that are, that weren't in the moment, right? I had a lot of emotion around it. I also had a lot of ego in it, right? I think the reason I would have stayed in the role was not because the role was right for me. I would have stayed in the role because I was afraid of fear of missing out, right? I've worked this hard to get here. If I take a step back, what if I'm not relevant? And so that was probably the hardest part, was setting aside ego long enough to make the right decision.
And okay, there's like a million nuggets we can pull out of this. But what I love too is it's not this like, man, the role was evil, the role was bad, the role was, hey, it's just not the right time for me to be in this role. And so even what I see you doing is saying, hey, I'm going to trade in a goal for an opportunity. I can crush a goal. If I set a goal, I go after it, I get it, I make it happen. I know the steps to be able to do it, but there's also these opportunities that are hanging out that I just believe this won't be here forever, and I want to maximize that.
It's right. I'll chase a goal to my detriment.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like I will. It is unfortunately how I'm wired. I am a 3 on the Enneagram, and so I will do something. I have a very high pain tolerance. I will do something until it becomes a real challenge. And I sent in an email to Gary and the COO at the time of KW, and I said, I think it's time to line out my succession plan. I think we need to look at who's going to come into this. And I was thankful for the opportunity. And I said that. I was like, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. I am grateful for what the company has done for me, to have the ability to step out, to have the ability to take a summer off financially even, right? Just to have that space. And some of that is the coaching from them. And some of it was coaching from Jeremy. You know, Jeremy would joke around that I was his life coach, and I utilized his coaching as much as he utilized mine. I called him and said, here's where I'm at. And he said, hey, when you're ready, do you want a job at North Point? Right. So
a lot of flexibility. We'll give it to you.
A lot of flexibility. We can work Mondays. Yeah, it's great. So I think that's just it, though, is like that idea, like, how do you do it if you're in this season? I would say, are you living out your values, right? When values are clear, decisions are easy. It doesn't make it an easy conversation. We talked last week about hard conversations. It wasn't easy to say to Gary, hey, this isn't the right fit anymore. The decision was easy though. It was just once the decision was made, then here come the hard conversations and how long am I gonna be willing to stay in this space?
Wow. Have you ever listened to the Canlis Brothers? The Canlis Brothers, they're up in Seattle.
It's the Unreasonable Hospitality.
They are connected with them. They're connected with Gadara. Yes. They talk about values and exactly what you say, to where a value is not a value unless it costs you something. Mm-hmm. Like that's when you find out if it's a value, right? We do the same thing in North Point. Like it's a safe place to find and follow Jesus. And so many people will ask us, well, do you do this? No, because we have a value of being a safe place to find and follow Jesus, right? It's the same thing with family. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to look at my calendar and I'm gonna have to say no, even though that might be like what you're saying, right? Like there's nothing bad about that job. Like that job is
amazing. The people are amazing.
That's a great role. That's a great one, but it has to cost you something to be a value. Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah.
And I think yesterday was just that celebration moment, right? Sunday, I will say, if you saw me at the Nixa campus and I was crying, I was not actually crying about Jeremy. I was crying about Caitlin leaving. And so I think some of the staff was
Jeremy, if he's listening.
Yeah, okay. I was looking at Jeremy.
It's a big day. Yeah. Jeremy baptized Caitlin, right? And then I'm like, they're both going to college, same day. Weird.
Look at that.
Weird.
All grown up.
Full circle, both of them. But you look at that but it was this beautiful moment. So Sunday was a little challenging. There were a lot of challenging, right? I mean, I asked earlier if you could overdose on Visine. So you look at, when I was looking at it yesterday, I made the post, there's so much pride in your kids, right? Every step of the way, right? Whether it's pre-K or kindergarten or middle school, or Nick on the team said his oldest just started high school today. And so you look at that and you're like, there are all these milestones. And then yesterday was just the celebration of, she's got it. Like Caitlin's got it.
That's cool.
She's ready.
Okay. And I like this. I like this idea of saying it's going to cost you something, because even with our mission, I think some people from the outside see a safe place for people to find about Jesus, and they're like, safe place? No. This shouldn't be safe. Like there are a lot of opinions when it comes to that before you actually like live it and experience it. But I do think it's so important to create a safe place, because after you accept Jesus, nothing about your life is safe. Everything in your life is going to be challenged. Your finances are going to be I'm like, seriously, you're going to be challenged in that. Your family's going to be challenged. Your time's going to be challenged. Your resources are going to be challenged. So many aspects look different in the kingdom of God when you accept Him. And so I love that. And okay, have you guys ever heard the story about the investment banker and the fisherman? You ever heard this one?
It's like a parable, right?
Similar.
Yes. Okay.
Ready. So I promise you, Justin's heard this. All right.
Okay, let's go.
For everybody
let's
else.
Go. I know I like this.
Okay, so there's an investment banker that takes a vacation to Mexico.
Are you saying banker or baker? Because it makes a difference in my
Honestly,
mind.
the money.
Okay, great.
Honestly,
it makes a difference in my brain.
Investment baker?
I know.
I'm curious what that would be.
Delicious.
I might have a recipe or two
churros
to invest
churros.
in.
That would be
big fan.
Churros. Me
big
too.
fan.
Me too.
Okay, so investment banker.
Got it.
Banker. So he goes to Mexico on vacation. All right. He sees this fisherman that's pulling in his boat, and he's got some fish with him. And he's like, man, how long did it take you to catch that? He's like, well, not very long. He's like, oh, all right. Well, like, why didn't you stay out there longer and fish longer? And he's like, well, I've got everything that I need. My family's, we're good for today. And so then he's like, well, hold on. What do you do for the rest of your day? And the fisherman's like, well, I go home, I hang out with my kids, I, walk around town, I take a siesta in the middle of the day. At night, I'll go sip some wine and play some guitar with my amigos, and it's a full day. And the investment banker's like, actually, I think I could help you out. I've got a business for you right here. Like, if you just stay out a little bit longer and fish a little bit more, like, you could get a bigger boat. And then once you get a bigger boat, you can fish even longer and store even more fish. Once you do that, you can get a whole fleet of boats, and you can manage that. And then you might have to move like inland. You won't be able to, be by the coast, but then you can start your own distribution. and you can start packaging these things. You can cut out the middleman. You can make a lot of money. Then like the next step would probably be you'd have to go to LA and then finally New York, to set up your company, make sure this is a business, and you can take this sucker public. You can make millions of dollars. Like, how does that sound? And the fisherman's like, okay, and then what? He's like, well, that's the best part. Then you have millions of dollars. You can do whatever you want. You can play with your kids. You can, take walks around town. You can take a nap in the middle of the day. It doesn't even matter. Then at the end of every night, you can sip wine and play guitar with your amigos. And, the fisherman's like, no, thanks. So it is interesting though, because I found myself in this spot as well. It's not bad to climb a ladder. Just once you get to the top and you realize it's up against the wrong wall, it's like, okay, I got to climb back down and let me get a different vantage point for this next one that I climb. There's nothing bad about that. The job is not the toxic thing. It's just not right for you. It's not right for your time, or it's not right for your mission. And again, I love the way that you didn't, victimize the whole thing and it's a bad thing and no one should do that. It's like, no, absolutely. While you have the opportunity to do it, give it everything you got. That's how I feel about this role that I'm in. I'm like, while I got the opportunity, I'm going to give it everything I got. And then when it's over, I'm going to be happy. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, that was great. That was everything I could. And so without giving everything you got, the end of your days when you're sitting on the beach, I think there's going to be a piece of you that's like, man, maybe I should have, or maybe I should have pushed a little harder, or maybe I should have done this a little bit differently. But the great news is kind of what we're talking about. Like, hey, don't sacrifice an opportunity for a goal, because the goal is not the goal. You set this goal so that so that you've got the margin for an opportunity when it comes. And I think leaning in on that is important.
I love that story.
I do too. It is one of my favorites. And I think that fisherman, right? The lesson, he knew what his enough was. His enough was time with the people that he loved, right? His enough was the fish that he still went out and did the work, right? He still got up every morning and he went and fished. And I think when you look at it, it's not just taking a pause and resting, right? And that was kind of what I talked about in the post yesterday. Like, it's this idea of I gave myself permission to pause. The pause didn't mean I was like laying around, just like eating bonbons and whatever it is that people do when they lay around. I think it's bonbons.
No, I think you're right on. Every time I take a summer off, it's usually just bonbons.
Right.
It's water parks and bonbons.
Guys, can I ask you a question? What's a bonbon?
It's a delicious little chocolate
with something in the middle,
like a raspberry fill, like a little
truffle.
It's like a truffle.
Promise you, I've never had one.
You've never had a bonbon?
No, I've never even heard of that.
We're gonna go to Whitewater,
and we're gonna get bonbons.
We're gonna get bonbons. We're gonna take the whole team. Okay, it's gonna be great.
Deal.
I think that's though when you look at the idea of a pause, it's not or rest, right? We could tie it into Sabbath, right? Having a day of rest. It's what you do in the pause that positions you for what's coming next. And I think that I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I had that break, the rest, the time with my kids, because it did position me then to come on to staff at North Point in September. I had the ability to be with this team at this time, in a season of a lot of health for me, right? Mental health, physical health, being in that spiritual health and having those opportunities. And I think it's understanding the rhythms of what your week looks like or your month looks like or your year looks like and saying, what is enough? And I'm still going to go do something every day. I'm still going to be a productive person.
Yeah, I think there's a big thing. I've talked a lot about this with a couple of people that I'll meet with that are like just runners, they're grinders. And there's a difference between satisfaction and contentment. And I think that those two things go hand in hand. Like when you watch Hamilton, love Hamilton. You've seen Hamilton, right?
I've never had a bonbon, but I've seen Hamilton.
Oh my word. Like that whole song, Satisfied, and then just the whole like story arc of Hamilton, it's incredible. But when I think of like satisfaction, like I would think that I'm a person that I wouldn't say like, yeah, I'm satisfied. Because I do. I want to go. I want to do more. And that's something I think that you're saying too, Jen. But there's a part of me that's like, but I'm content. Like, I'm not striving after, I do sometimes, but I don't want to strive after just to strive after. right? I don't want that lack of satisfaction or lack of like this goal hasn't to fill me. Like I already want to be fulfilled. And then I'll go after whatever. Yeah, I'm not against going after something. Like I'm also a 3 and I actually really like running.
I love to run. I love to win.
Yeah.
What I know, though, about my 3 is that I can get to be unhealthy and the only focus is the win. Had you met me 12
100%.
years ago or 10 years ago, I don't think either of you would have particularly liked me. Because I was the person that was like, I hate to lose. I hate to lose more than I like to win, I think, sometimes. And so there is this motor that's in there, and it is this idea of I am content. I have peace around me. That has not always been the case,
so
though.
let's say 10 years ago. Morris and I have played ping pong together.
You wouldn't have liked me 10 years ago. So I think that's part of it.
So I've got, listen, here
I can't
at North
play
Point,
games
when
with
I was,
anyone here.
well, yeah, when I was not the executive pastor, okay, I had a little bit of a competitive streak. Martz is really good at ping pong, like really
I won't
good.
play then.
Don't
with
play
him.
him.
Okay.
I try to be humble about it, but
You are really good at
I
ping
got
pong.
written up here at North Point for throwing a chair. I got written up here at North Point for throwing a ping pong paddle into a wall.
that doesn't surprise me.
Okay, like I hate losing. I hate it.
hate losing.
But there's a moment, right, where you have to work from contentment instead of for it, right? And I think that and what you're doing and how you worded it is just a beautiful picture of that. It's so great.
Yeah, and I even think of it like another step further. I've seen a lot of people that hide in success. What you were talking about, ego. Like this is as high as I can get, or I always got to take the next thing. I've seen a lot of people hide from success, where they're like, no, the job is evil, climbing the ladder is evil, giving all of yourself to something bad, and they never grind after anything. But what you two are, it sounds like you're saying is we're just redefining success. And once you redefine that, it's like, yeah, go after that.
There's a book, Brianna Weiss wrote it, and it's called The Mountain Is You. And it talks about those that are afraid to grind or afraid of success or afraid of like that next step, right? That's not ever, unfortunately, been my weakness, right? I've never shied away from something like that. However, that book was helpful for me, and it talks about self-sabotage. We all have patterns. We have patterns of we get to certain things. We all have a level of uncomfort that we're willing to tolerate. Some of us have a higher one than others. The book, though, talks about how do you identify it? How do you break the pattern? How do you get out of that cycle of, I don't want to grind just to grind. I don't want to do that. I'm also not afraid of success because I look at the platforms that success gives you, and it gives you then the opportunity to talk about North Point. It gives you the opportunity to build real connections with people that may be the tree, right? Jeremy and Leanne were talking about being the tree so that people can have a better view of Jesus. Some of that comes with being in different rooms, having different platforms, getting the ability to get into a natural and authentic relationship with people, and they get the opportunity then to see Jesus through that.
So good, Jen.
Thanks. I did not cry. I almost did. I don't remember where we were at.
You got a little misty-eyed.
Yeah, like I've got
It's the
Visine in my
Visine.
purse.
It is the
I've got
Visine.
Visine down
It
here.
is
I'm
the
ready if it
Visine.
happens.
Well, I appreciate you being vulnerable about it. I appreciate you sharing it. I appreciate you sharing it on this. And I so appreciate you coming on the team.
I love being on the team.
My goodness.
I love being on the team. I have learned so much in the last, almost year, 11 months.
Yeah.
I've learned a ton about leadership, about the way that North Point handles hard conversations. It's a great lesson. Like it's changed me as a parent. It's changed me as a leader in the other things that I do and get to have my hand in. It's a giant blessing in my life and for my kids.
Well, you are a gift to this place. You are a gift to this team. And I can't wait to do another episode. Are we going to do another one? Just going to keep going?
Let's go.
Like one after another.
Part 2.
Here we go.
I cannot wait to talk
Martz
about
doesn't even know what
trial.
that topic
Can you
is
talk
gonna be.
about how you gave up carnival life? Carnival?
Okay.
Carnival life?
Wait a second.
For what you're doing now,
Okay,
man. It's just
I
a big
This
decision.
is the same exact mistake Jeremy made.
Dang it! I
Okay.
knew it was one of the two. What's the other one?
And
Circus?
this was, what's the other one?
Circus,
there is
carnival?
okay, listen to me. There is circus life and there is carnival life. Okay. My family is circus. Okay.
What?
That is,
Is that like the
I was
talent
today-
side? Are you like is that like circus is like,
are you asking me, can I juggle? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay. Have I been
Fire? Can you juggle
Wow.
fire?
If you lit them on fire, yes, I think I could. Wow. I think I could.
Wow.
It's so different.
That's our Christmas party
Carnival
theme.
is pack up, let's travel. We're gonna do it outside. That's not even. We're playing games. Circus is talent. It's a lot of sequence. Okay, on the outfits, the ensembles.
Why isn't this our Christmas party theme?
Circus.
Yes.
Oh my. Cirque du Soleil.
I feel like Jeremy left
Christmas Day.
right at the wrong time, you
Agreed.
guys.
I mean, sequins.
forget-
the blouse that he could wear in sequins.
Forget Maui Christmas. I know what we're doing next. Absolutely.
Circus.
I'm excited.
I can't.
Circus.
Cirxmas.
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 You guys. I mean.
I
gotta
hope
learn how
none
to
of the
juggle.
staff listens to this
we're
podcast.
They
gonna
won't. They
we are
stopped
gonna
listening when Jeremy
we're gonna
left.
do Circmas, and we're gonna see how many staff listen just by saying you should have heard it on the riff. That's all we're gonna
Amazing.
do.
Okay.
Amazing.
That's all we're gonna do. What was your question though at the circus?
I don't remember.
Leaving the circus? I never had to leave it.
apologize.
You didn't have to leave it?
No, it's in my blood. I never left the circus. The circus never left me.
Some people choose the circus life, but sometimes the circus life chooses them, and that's JG.
JG.
Okay, we're done. We're done. Jen, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Hopefully this was helpful. It's helpful for me just to put it in perspective. And we will see you on the next episode of The Riff.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Riff. We'll have a brand new episode every week, wherever you find podcasts.